This day was going to be perfect, the kind of day in which I dreamed since I was small. But instead of having cake with all my friends to celebrate my wedding bells, they may not ring for me at all. Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I am touching base with you because I have an update. Not really. It's reading of a Glitch in the Matrix story and also a creepy encounter that happened to a friend of mine via OnlyFans. Before we get started, everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. So, I'm going to start with my friend, let's call her Kara, who is a beautiful girl, served with, and just crazy. Like she will take that bottle of Henny over there, that's Jack Daniels, and just chug it. Like she's the life of the party. Big chested, really pretty, just but also packs a heckin' punch. Like she's qualified security forces, so she will. I'm like a security force. I'll leave it at that. And she had started an OnlyFans a little over a year ago, and she was making killing. She was making money, and what happened was that one of the clients that she had, people couldn't request things, and just like, yeah, give me extra money, I'll do whatever. So, okay, and she would go and do all these things. One of them happened to be bumping uglies in public. So there was I'll just call it like Home Depot. That was, here's the car, here's her and her partner, and here's the Home Depot over there. So based on the angle, you could see the Home Depot, back there. And I'm thinking like, okay, I didn't think anything of it as she's telling this story. But then the same client wanted a video of her bumping uglies with her chest, in her home with her chest pushed up against glass, so that her chest was like giving everyone a free show. And what had happened was in one of the videos, I guess she had explained that she was living in a certain area, and this person from Google Earth basically found out, oh, okay, there's a Home Depot in this area, and then looked at the houses, looked at the rooftops of each houses, and determined, oh, where you filmed that video where your chest pressed up against the glass, and you could see outside, could see across the street neighbor's rooftop, and found out where she lived. I'm like, oh my, like that is the creepiest heckin' thing. She said she just deleted the OnlyFans account. She's like, but honestly, like, I'm pretty sure she's waiting. Like she has more guns than I do, and so be advised, guys. You don't know who, and girls, you don't know who's out there. You don't know what's going on, and if you think you're a guy out there, and you think like, oh, I'm gonna like stalk this girl, like she could literally be a killer. Like she could literally have gun and walk through that door. Pew, pew. So dangerous for everyone out there. This next story is a Glitch in the Matrix story posted by Horinas69. Everyone comment nice down below for the 69 in their username. Called Something is Wrong with My Girlfriend. Quote, me, 26, and my girlfriend, 25, have been living together in an apartment for 2.5 years, and everything has been normal until quarantine started around 4 weeks ago when I started noticing some odd things. So this is about a year ago. So this is made about, mid-April of 2020. For instance, the last 3 weeks or so, my girlfriend has been putting sugar in her morning coffee. While throughout our entire relationship, she's always been very much against it. It may seem like a small detail, but she's always been complaining about how I don't know what real coffee is since I put quite a lot of sugar. On the first day I saw her drinking coffee with sugar, I asked why would she do that, and she looked at me weirded out and said something like, what are you talking about? I've always been putting sugar in my coffee. I felt a bit confused for a moment, and then we started talking about some other things, so I didn't think any more about it until the morning after, when she did the exact same thing and had once again the same reaction. Now, fast forward a few days later, and another odd thing happened, where we were having coitus, and she suddenly suggested a coitus pose that we had already tried once, but it had gone wrong, and it hurt her a lot, so we had simply decided not to try it anymore. Naturally, I was surprised with her suggestion and reminded her about the time when it went wrong, and she just completely dismissed it, saying that I probably mixed it up with some ex-girlfriend and that I was just tripping. We then did the pose and we actually enjoyed it. Now, today, the weirdest thing happened, which is the reason I'm writing this post. In the afternoon, I was working at home. I'm employed as a PhD student at a computer science department of a university, when my girlfriend asked me what's up with a guy who I've never heard of before. And I asked her who she's referring to, and she said, well, that colleague of yours who you always talk about from the company where you're employed at. And then I froze and asked her to repeat, and she said exactly the same thing all over again. And I told her that I don't work at any company, nor have I ever worked at any company since I started the PhD straight after my master's. And at this point, she also completely froze, and we were just staring at each other, completely confused and shocked for a few moments. She then asked me, WTF is going on, and I reminded her about the coffee thing and the thing about the coitus pose, and that I don't know anymore what's going on. At this point, she started crying and asked what is wrong with us. Neither she, nor me, nor anyone in both families have ever had any mental health problems in the past. We don't know what to do about this. Can anyone explain what's wrong with us? Edit. Thanks for everyone for your immense help and your concern. People are wonderful. We talked about the landlord about this problem and said we'll get a carbon monoxide detector. Yeah, it's, again, those glitch in the matrix stories where you just see something happen and then you see it again, like, oh, my cat just walked by. Oh, my cat just walked by again. I only have one cat. And then, they freak out, or just things like that when they see, they get calls, like the one that I did yesterday, that video, where the lady gets a call from her husband while she's talking on the phone with her husband. It just does not compute. And I think we're all just bits of ones and zeros, and these are glitches. Like, the simulation that we're in is imperfect. Very slightly. Obviously, it runs beautifully with almost no bugs, but just things like this, just maybe, time is like this, and then someone crunches time and makes it so that, space-time, instead of time going like this, and you bend space around it so that time goes like this and they overlap. Like if this and this is going like this, but these 2 points meet. So someone from like 8 months ago and someone they meet in the middle, even though time is going in a different crazy direction. That's like the only explanation I could think of. Everyone, comment down below any weird stuff that's been happening to you. If you've ever experienced anything like that, or if you've had any creepy experiences with OnlyFans, let me know. And let me know if you want me to get an OnlyFans. I've been approached before, mostly about feet pics, which is a little weird. But anyway, I love you guys. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. I love you all. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. I love you. Woof. All right, bye.